Everybody's so tense.
Chicka chicka.
It's almost like something's gonna happen today.
Right, I'm sorry, I'm taking first.
Something.
I don't know.
Something is going to happen.
Something. You know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're all here. Something's already happening.
Ooh.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
Whiz.
Excellent. Good response.
Something.
There we go. Well. Magic Al Captain King.
No, it's Alka.
Alka.
Alka. It's like Al Capone, but it's Alka.
Al Pacino.
That's Magical Captain King is a legitimate rank.
Shit, I should have saluted sooner. I'm sorry, Magical Captain King, sir. In what branch of... You know what?
It is. I swear. I
Okay.
think. Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a
Whoa.
mage.
Mage
8th edition.
royalty rank? Oh, God. Kate's living so far in the future. They
Wait,
already have mage
what
8th
decade is
edition.
this?
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm so fucked up.
Kate, is this your first time ingesting Soylent on stream?
I don't think so. I would have done so many moons ago. But it's been a long while. It's been a while. Sponsor us. It's amazing. I live off of this stuff. It's so good.
I
It's
don't.
plant-based.
You don't.
Scott and I each had a strawberry one today.
Yeah.
You should sponsor us.
I mean, I definitely don't mind Soylent.
Would we have to start putting product placement in the game? Like, how do you feel about product placement in this game?
Fine.
It depends on how much I feel about money.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's fair.
Scott, you
Yeah.
you are peeking
I know.
every so
I'm
often.
loud.
No,
I'm
but
allowed.
That's fine. I'm just wondering if we need to adjust.
Yeah, if we want to tweak number 4.
Old Scotty number 4.
Old Scotty number 4. Scotty number. That's better.
Oops.
Look, the reality is that what we need is for somebody to be riding the faders all day. And
But we don't.
we don't.
Yeah.
'Cause
true.
we all want to play.
Yeah, we all want to be. Yeah, we all.
I guess it's technically possible. We'd have to replace our audio interface to get sliders, because I'm not using that
Oh
fucking
yeah, we
knob.
could go back to the old one. Yeah.
No, the old one sucks. We'd have to get a new
I'm
one.
not-
Because also, new things are fun. We put it right here. I'd have to wear headphones the entire time and just be like,
Hey, because you aren't doing 1,000 other things.
it'll be like fucking like, be like mixing a goddamn like DJ set.
Yeah, you're not a GM, you're our DJ.
Yeah.
Game DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our GJ, actually, our
Good
our
quote,
game
good
jockey,
quote.
if you will.
Thank
Hey!
you for the research.
Thank you, DJ Quiver. DJ. Play my song.
Ooh, beat bender, because it's story beats as well. I see what you did there, Ricky. Well done.
I'll give you. I will give you 10 punchy punch points if you can guess what my song is. Especially because I don't know, so I will be excited to know what you think my song is.
Guessing their name.
That's correct, yeah. And then I get to say, yeah, sounds good, or whatever. Oh, the dance floor master. John was I think pretty famously a dance floor master for a long time.
ST for sound technician.
I was a dancing master. Or no, I wasn't. Katie was a dancing
No,
master.
that's true.
I was a philosophy master.
Philosophy, I really, music, dance, fight, and philosophy.
And then
Huge.
I used to play a lot of Dance Dance Revolution, and now it's hard to find, and I don't.
Your dancing days are over.
I don't know. One day, if I ever have like a basement apartment,
Or a garage or something.
Hey,
Thank you
thank
for all
you.
the
Look at this,
research,
Ellie Spot,
bro.
Randy. Thanks, guys. I love Sluy and Aragwen's suggestions. I will take a mashup.
it is actually 9 Inch Nails is closer.
Of
Oh,
course it is. 9 Inch Nails. Oh yeah, Trent and I. Anyway, we go way back.
Look, he's got a Grammy, an Oscar, and an Emmy. He just needs a Tony, okay? We just need to help our good friend Trent get a Tony.
Friend. It really shouldn't be hard. I
No.
feel like someone on Broadway is going to do something cool at some point. No offense, Broadway.
You're zero? Oh my god, thank you, Gilly. Good. That's a great time.
Kablam.
I'm puking. Gil, thank you.
But yeah, our good friend Trent, you should just take the Year Zero album. It basically tells the story of an Exalted anyway.
There you go.
And
Wait, are we going to Broadway?
Yeah.
With
Okay.
this?
Yeah.
No, with Exalted.
Well,
Some sort of Exalted
I
something.
mean, we can take a different album,
Oh
sure.
my
I
god.
kind of love the fact that one of these gifted subs hit Fury Us George.
That's really
So
good.
good.
That's really, really good. You Dabes.
The best.
I know. I just think it's
I started reading it that way too.
Dabes. Oh boy. Oh my god. Lovely.
Yes, thank you, Ellie Spod.
Ellie Spot
Oh,
thinks
yeah,
that our looks
thank
are on
you.
point tonight.
Yeah.
My question is
Great as always. Oh yeah.
our safety on point tonight?
Oh.
It's a thing that we do. If you've been here for a while, you know this by now, but we're still going to do it. We use safety cards to keep ourselves safe and be able to play at the maximum of our abilities. You don't have cards, you do have options. We'll get to those in a second. The play card, otherwise known as the green card, means no matter how I look, I'm actually all good. So let's keep playing. The yellow card or the pause card says, hey, if I'm holding this up, I need everyone to stop, pay attention to me, and we will not continue play until I put this card back down. The red card, the stop card, means I'm not okay. I cannot keep playing. We're going to stop on a stream. We'll probably go to a be right back screen, and we will only continue play once everybody at the table feels comfortable and ready to continue. Now, I did say just a moment ago that you don't have cards. That doesn't mean you don't have options. You can always whisper RPG Clinic or one of our moderators. Right now we have Aragorn, she who knows 10,000 things, also known as various other names. You can always whisper to let us know that there's something that you want us to be aware of. But your best tool, one we hope that you never have to use, but you can, is you can always leave the stream or chat in order to keep yourself safe. Because we'd rather you do that than to stick around and potentially hurt yourself.
We do have a second tool in chat. Thank you so much, second tool.
For speaking up.
Oh, Comfy Fenders is here. Hey,
Yeah.
there we are.
Well, you can tell that he
Light
hadn't
and
spoken
soul.
up yet because our bot didn't acknowledge him. So
What's up?
Now it's a toolkit.
I love that.
nice.
I was going to ask how many tools do you need for a toolkit, but of course, yeah, just two that feels appropriate.
Talking about muses,
Oh,
Ooh.
right? Because you're doing a thing.
I wonder if we can inspire. There's a joke in there. So we could be your muses about music. Like I feel like we can.
Well, we're certainly gonna aim to be amusing. I'll leave.
Oh, boo,
Ugh.
boo.
That's a nice run, but Bluey is out. That's it.
It was a good run.
Oh, 9 minutes.
9 minutes.
It's a good run.
9 minutes.
It's not our shortest stream, though. We've had shorter streams.
I mean, I'm hoping you're referring to that one time we accidentally went live on Changeling.
Oh
Yeah.
my
It's a
god,
shot
that
of
was
me going,
so good. Yeah, we all were
Don't
like,
take
wait
it.
a second,
What
are
the
we
fuck?
live?
I mean, it was still live at that
Oh
point.
no!
It's like my favorite thing in the world.
Kill the cameras. Kill the
Oh
cameras.
god.
Just throw something at it. Like, break all of our horrible.
Good times.
It was.
Always good times.
Yeah, there was also times where the cats decided to take a nap on top of the power button.
Yep.
That actually hasn't happened in a long time
Ripley has
for me.
knocked my stream deck over.
Yeah.
And in doing so, I think launched a stream, but
Oh
luckily
my-
it was just the pre-stream, so it was just like silence. And I wasn't even home, so I think I just went on my phone and went, and
That's enough of that bullshit.
Yeah, like Elizabeth Neal has gone live. Nice.
Oh, that's exciting.
Hacks.
Yeah.
Hashtag hacks.
Like, hack.
Hashtag recap?
Oh.
The pack licked their wounds at Bar Balthazar while Theo decided to spread his wings and scout the sky. Apotheosis insisted Dante tell his pack about his history with Code 902. Dante revealed that Peter used to be his mentor, but that he became suspicious of his methods as a theurge. Peter broke Dante's sister's heart in a terrible breakup, and used that to downplay Dante's suspicions at Downstream. At Weathered Storm, any percent spilled his guts. He was acting on Ken's orders to take over Downstream and frame Apotheosis, stopped only in his plan the night before by Dusk. The pack decided that rather than outright kill the traitor, Sky One Last Dash should preside over a moot to decide his fate. Now on the hunt, the pack followed Theo to a meeting with the mysterious Dusk, a Galliard with a gift for deed names.
Doing pretty good.
Cho ticket.
Go.
Go, ticket, go, go.
Go.
If Ripley streamed, what would Ripley stream?
That's such a good question.
I think it would be like she would try. Her intention would be to like write poetry or something, but then she would get performance anxiety and would just run away. So it would just be an empty chair for 3 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to
Alien RPG.
Stray. Very nice.
Oh, Stray. Oh, that'd be cute, actually. We haven't played Stray yet.
No,
I feel like we should.
I'm too fragile.
Yeah.
I'm too afraid for cats.
Well, like, especially, I don't know if
Good
they've
guess,
patched
okay.
it, but I feel like at launch there was specifically, like, if you, like, fell or whatever, it would be, like, dead or whatever. Like, it was really harsh rather than just being like, okay, fade to black and come back and you're okay again because this is a video game and you're fine again.
Right.
Like, they literally would put the word dead or something.
That's
Yeah.
horrible.
Like, no. This isn't Death's Door where it's hilarious that you see the word death covering the whole screen.
Oh my God.
That's amazing.
That makes me want to play Death's Door again.
I'll write that down for myself. Death's Door. Excuse me.
All right. I have to ask whether you trip fucks
How dare you?
have spent experience.
Dare you?
3, 2, 1, go.
I'm
pretty good.
saving.
Yeah.
It was just short of what I wanted to buy.
There's gonna be a lot of that going on, I think, for
It's
sure.
a big purchase.
It's a big purchase.
Ooh.
We did it though.
All right, Elizabeth, what'd you get?
Brawl 3.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome. I bought Manipulation 2, buying up my 1 attribute to a 2. Exciting stuff. Which, if I may share, I then sort of somewhat smugly said, "Now Dante doesn't have a weakness," and John on his way out went, "That doesn't mean you don't have a weakness," which I thought was great. Which was fun.
Oh my god.
And meanwhile, Kate's weakness is that she's displeased Aragorn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Dante dead confirmed. Not again. Oh well. I've had worse. Holy shit. Yep.
Any questions before we begin? Are we ready?
Nah, man.
What is a moot?
That, which is what I reached for my phone for, because you were kind enough to give us a thing that I did not print. So
What is a moot?
A miserable pile of secrets.
Pretty much.
I am not a moot. I am a man.
Stick around to today's fancy corner at the end of the game where I will read ChatGPT's diss track.
Oh my god, please, though.
Look, I'm just gonna write one myself. Y'all can
God, yes.
haters.
Nacris, you wanna weigh in on this? Hang on, no, I'm still writing fire lyrics over here.
Yeah.
Fire verses. All right, sorry.
I mean, you're always fire lyrics, aren't you?
I like to think so. What is a moot? Let me tell you now.
Who is the most quoted person on this channel?
Oh shit.
It's probably me.
Yes.
I imagine.
Yeah,
it's
because
me.
you also stream without us.
And I stream without you, and I also, I think, on average, speak more than each of you individually.
Fair.
Yeah. If you want that to change.
So Gil thinks that Dante's deed name is going to be could
Have been worse. I'll take it. That's interesting to me.
I don't think so. I say the filthiest things. That is an absolute lie.
Can we roll the tape? Can we roll the tape,
Mark
please?
quote.
I'm so shocked. I started coughing. That John says that's a lie.
Oh my god, amazing. Unbelievable. My guy. So good. Oh boy.
Look,
Oh.
I'm not saying that I always talk about deep throating a microphone. So we won't do that today.
Okay.
Are we ready? I think we need to play the tape. The tapes are out there. Every fucking tape is basically out there.
We are ready.
Flower of August also wonders whose deed name is going to end up being Sleeps with Birds.
Oh.
Is that like Sleeps with Fishes?
Yeah,
Theo,
yeah,
Theo.
yeah.
It's people.
I got
it's
it.
people still trying to launch the Theo ship.
Just get that. You're gonna need a bigger tugboat to make that ship launch, I think. Yo. Oh.
P.S. Over the weekend,
Commissioned a ship. Wow.
Damn.
Boaty McBoatface. Oh, it's still being built. Okay.
Floaty McFloatface. Floaty McBoatface is already taken.
No, there was someone else who agreed with you, Sablica.
Hmm?
Requiem, maybe?
I'm glad you appreciated that terrible joke. It makes you feel good. Thank you.
Don't make me talk.
ready?
Yeah.
I'm in meetings a lot. My job has become meetings, and I look at my schedule for the day, and very often there's this expectation that I have work to do, and yet there are meetings. And then there are meetings. There are the meetings that could have been emails. There are the meetings that should have been done in person. There are meetings that I am scheduled for and that I cannot attend. There are meetings that I do attend and I shouldn't have been there. But meetings have become a very large part of my life. So why is it that today I'm so excited for a meeting? A Guru moot is more than just a meeting. These are things that cannot be done over email. They do not exist on anybody's Outlook or Google Calendars. These are sacred meetings that reinforce a connection from Guru to Gaia, where bones are cracked and tales are sung. And the best part about a moot is that no two of them are ever the same, unlike many of my meetings, which can often feel very samey. But as you move into this moot, then I ask you, are you prepared for the unexpected? Are you prepared to be unexpected? What do you hope to get out of it? What do you hope the answers will be? And what do you think you will be called upon to do? Because a mood is not simply a place where you go and you speak and you listen. You are often called upon to act. And woe to the Guru who isn't ready. You asked for the moot. But as we all know, not that much idiots. As we know, however, while you are in this particular area, if we have a look where you're headed, well, it's all the way across the island.
You can zoom out. You can just scroll, I think. Scroll wheel should zoom you.
But I don't want to.
Oh, you want to show the slow
Whoa.
path?
Oh, we're part of the way because we're at Souvlaki George, right?
We're not fucking walking,
No, we'll just
says the glass walker. Like,
know.
fuck off.
hope there's an exo train running from Montreal West.
Oh, it'll be running.
There we go.
Oh, Hotwire, the train.
That's quite the distance. Remember that Montreal is quite a large island. So, yep, it's Angel Woods.
Right. That's right.
The moot, however, will only take place at night. Which means that while you were here at Souvlaki George, which, if we're gonna fucking sure, why not?
Points of interest in Montreal.
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
There we are.
Oh,
I don't
hell
believe
yeah.
See it.
4.1.
For you, George.
You know what, George? Good for you.
Now it's added to the map.
Amazing.
You are still, however, in contact with Dusk. Do you want to remind people what you were doing?
Yeah, we had left the interrogation and subsequent confession of any percent at the Cairn of Leathered Storm and followed Theo the Raven westward, southwestward, whatever, to Lucky George, where at a table with a hero poutine was Dusk. She had sort of suggested like a deed name for Macris.
Cuts to the quick.
Cuts to the quick, that's right, which is pretty fabulous. But that's we were in the midst of eating and speaking.
Any percent and his moot will only occur this evening. So you can continue your conversation with Dusk, and you can do whatever else you need to prepare for it, but the moot is ticking. Dusk is sitting back in her chair, watching you, her arms crossed in front of her chest.
Where have you been, Dusk? People have been looking for you. A surprising number of people have been looking for you.
Seems a rather rude question, doesn't it?
Just trying to be direct.
Isn't that the problem? You've always been direct. Maybe not knowing when you should be thinking before you present. It doesn't matter if what you say is truth. I've learned that over the years. Knowing that something is truth and knowing when to say it are two very different things. I've been away. I am a strider. These sorts of things are to be expected.
I get you. And we certainly didn't. We don't have any... I'm trying now to think before I speak. Look, Dusk, it's just that there were, like we said, an awful lot of people, your sister included, wanted you found. They put a lot of stock in you as a mender of fences, a go-between.
And so it's my responsibility.
No. But if it is your responsibility, if you take it on, then we need to know what happens when you're not here.
Where is my sister?
Safe.
That's it?
I mean, I can give you the address if that's what you mean. Have you talked to her recently?
Not for years.
Want to know what she's been up to? What kind of...
I imagine that she's been trying to consolidate her power, lock down downstream, keep it allied with her thoughts and passions. Yes?
Would you agree with that?
I don't know how her passions have changed over the past few years.
The apotheosis you knew from a few years ago. Do you think that she would make an admirable leader of downstream?
I think she doesn't make an admirable leader of herself.
She holds you in high esteem.
And holds herself in relatively low esteem. Dante tries not to make that accusatory, but you know.
Why don't you roll me your charisma and, well, etiquette's not a thing. Yeah, it is. Charisma etiquette.
I'm going to also take this moment to heal up my willpower.
Oh yeah, let's have a look at your willpowers, because yeah, your willpowers should be
Because I
Oh yeah.
healed at the beginning of the session.
store 3.
Oh yeah, if we could hop back to our stats at the bottom when you have a chance, John.
Thank you.
Okay, rage 1 and those charisma etiquette coming at ya. Shit. 2 successes.
Not bad.
Thanks.
It doesn't come out as accusatory then if you don't want it to.
No.
She's caught. Her passions and her interests are at odds with how she started in life.
We all grow and we all change.
Indeed, we all change. That's core to who we are. But she hasn't learned yet. There's a fascination and an aptitude that is quite rare among those who are born as a wolf. To find solace in technology, of the thousands and thousands of instructions given to sand in order to, what? Dance along the weaver's webs. She knows about it more than I do. More than many, more than most. And yet, acceptance is hard to come by, for there are gaps in her knowledge.
The battles she's been waging at downstream and elsewhere. It's not necessarily our place to tell you everything that's happened, but of late, there's been a crisis. That's part of the reason why we've been looking for you. We heard that last night you set upon another guru. One who I should say, we're thankful that you did.
Dusk plucks one of the french fries out of the poutine that's sitting on the table and then leans her hand over the edge of the porch's trellis and just lets it sit there, just dangling. There's a little drip of gravy that just pools at the bottom and threatens to fall, but right now is just hanging like a pregnant drop. I don't appreciate it when people kill for no reason. But I definitely don't appreciate it when people kill for the wrong reasons. It teaches a bad lesson, don't you think?
You were watching him. Following?
Not him. Not at first.
Who then?
My sister. She left with you. The large building closer to the center of the island.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yet, an instruction was given to him. So I followed him. He did not go where he was supposed to go.
Where did he go?
Somewhere else. I followed him, but it was not towards his home. It was not towards downstream. So I stopped him. He fought instead of asking me why I was stopping him. But he is a ragabash.
He knew he was wrong.
He was more skilled in getting into and out of places and moving quickly, but outrunning a strider is difficult. And his rage cannot match mine. But he should have known. I'm the one who named him.
You have a long history then with downstream, with Weathered Storm, the guru of this place?
Depends on what you consider long. It
To
has
us.
been many turns.
To us, anything more than a few phases is long.
Years.
Mm.
What do you intend to do to any percent?
Dante looks to Troyan.
Who bites her lip and looks at Macro.
Let him speak his truth. Have him face whatever consequences are most appropriate.
A moot?
He's
No, tell me.
dug himself a grave. We'll see whether or not he puts himself into it.
A moot has been called tonight.
What use is his truth over the reality of truth? There's only one.
And yet,
I'm
Like
not
a-
a Galliard.
like a prism, you can see truth through various perspectives. Is that not true? Objective, to be sure.
Those are stories, not truths. There is truth and there is the other. There isn't both.
Great, then we're gonna hopefully unearth the truth of the matter and figure out what actually is going on, because whatever the hell is going on is beyond just him. If it was just him, he'd be done with.
A pigeon is now eyeing the fry that's being dangled. Just looking. From a distance, but looking. I want to hear from the Fury.
I would have killed him
Why?
while he was tied up and defenseless, because the facts, if that is what you equate to truth, spoke to him either being our enemy or incompetent enough to being manipulated by our enemies, either way too dangerous to be left alive.
Those who are incompetent cannot improve?
He has dangerous skills. He is too easily led. I think it's smarter than him. If I did not see him as a threat, I probably would not take it upon myself to eliminate him. But as it stands, I firmly believe he cannot be allowed to live. But my wiser companions have helped me understand that perhaps there should be more voices in this conversation. And speaking of, we should make sure that some others are made aware of the moot. Just going to make a quick phone call.
News will spread.
The pigeon hops closer and then hops up towards the fry, and Dusk drops the fry and then snatches the pigeon, putting her whole hand around it so that its wings can no longer flap. And then just still leaves her hand out.
Dante's definitely, eyeing this situation with some curiosity, but perhaps some, not apprehension, but you know what I mean, a little bit of like, here, you sure?
Troyan steps away.
Pulling out her phone, or just like Troyan's like, fuck this.
No, she's making the call that she said she was going to make. She's
I'm
pulling
going
out her-
Dagwoods.
Could you boost me a bit? I think I am probably pretty quiet. Thank you.
No, we'll try. You're pretty high up on the volume.
I'll try to be better.
So, as Macris implied, this goes beyond any percent. We know at least a little bit beyond him. There's so much more. The agents of the worm are targeting both of the cairns in this city, somehow, at the same time. And if we don't find out how, we don't plan our next move, they may be able to overtake us.
Agents of the Worm.
Yes.
We don't need the help. You yourself were driven from downstream. Over what? A disagreement with one other theurge. A theurge powerful enough to make your name disappear.
That's not fair. It was more than that. And it sounds like you know that.
This is the prism I'm talking about. My perspective is not your truth.
But was the worm involved?
No.
Was the worm involved in the arguments between Downstream and the cairn of the Weathered Storm?
One could argue that the worm seeks to break down all communication between all of us. One could argue.
I like you. Never feel afraid to say your truth, if that's what you believe it is. Just understand that there is truth and there are stories. Troyan, who are you calling? Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
Ghostbusters!
Because bustin' makes you feel good?
Yes.
Okay.
She calls to the moon because I think enough time has passed.
Yes, hello, this is the moon speaking. Still
Hang on, I'll be right there.
Oh, fuck!
All right, calling to the moon.
Mm-hmm. Right, hold on.
Hello.
It's Troyan.
And how are things?
There's going to be a moot tonight to determine any percent's fate.
So soon.
Yes. I'm not going to lie, I wanted to kill him when I saw him.
Understandable. He has a punchable face.
So if you attend the moot, would you stand with me in that?
How can I attend the moot?
You could bring Ken. There would be enough of us there that we could apprehend him if he tried anything.
Leaving this place completely defenseless. The patch that Ken installed means that we no longer have any of the security systems that we are normally dependent on when no one is here. And I don't have the skill to undo it.
We still don't know where Code 902 is. Right. I fear that there are going to be too many voices tonight who see value in letting him live.
Then kill him. If it happens before the moot, what? They'll slap you across the wrists?
No, he's being protected by Withered Storm now. I can't act against him without acting against them.
Oh, they won't mind. Killing someone from downstream is almost a goal for them.
Sky is presiding over the moot.
One last dash.
Yes.
To the Moon uses a... Let's say a rather rude term of address for to refer to Sky.
Oh, not a fan.
I don't think that there's a lot of love lost between our two cairns.
No.
You know this.
I understand that. But I am interested to learn any personal vendettas that might exist. Should you be willing to share?
All that I know is that Dusk, for some reason, speaks highly of Sky. Maybe it's wolf solidarity. Who knows?
Troyan glances at Dusk, rolls her eyes, and then moves further away.
She's still very casually
And
just
do you
holding
not-
onto this pigeon, by the way.
I'll address it. No.
Do you not trust Dusk's opinion?
I think Dusk is a very pretty namer. I think Dusk manages to look into somebody's soul and pluck stuff out, and more often than not, she's right.
Is she one of those people that speaks on and on and on, and you get the impression that they're not really saying anything?
She's a Galliard, isn't that what the whole point?
Oh, often I can understand Galliards. I can understand apotheosis.
That would make one of us.
Right.
Is she alive still?
Yes.
Hmm.
Surprised?
No. I just know that there's a high probability that she'll do something stupid.
Well, while she's under our protection, we will do our best to keep her safe.
Look, I can arrange to see if somebody else can look at this place while I'm out, but I'm losing a lot of allies here.
Some of them will be present at the moot. Maybe you can get them back. Maybe you can make amends with Apotheosis. And remain in charge of downstream. It's just a thought. Anyway, the moot will be place and
Woods.
time.
Basically, Angel Woods, closer to midnight.
Mhm.
I'll let you know.
Thank you.
The phone clicks off. Macros?
Any particular reason you're demonstrating my point
Which point?
that 90% was pathetic and helpless and easy to catch? So not particularly glorious or honorable to kill.
I think that you were wise to ask for a moot. I think that this is beyond any of us. A Philodox will know exactly what to do. Maybe you'll get the chance to kill him today. And maybe he'll go free.
He's not worth dirtying my claws. I've already got enough of his filth on my teeth.
Shit, Macros?
Dusk
Shit.
looks at Macros's hands and then mouth. It's always worthy, always, to take down an enemy.
He's just a pawn. We aren't going to make any progress if all we ever do is knock over pawns. At some point you have to move for the king.
Or queen.
Macros is like patting herself on the back for making a chess equivalency. It's like, wow, I feel smart.
Nice.
Storyteller's like,
Very good. 2 brownie points for you.
Yeah, because queens are strong too. But yeah,
What's the point of the game? Okay.
maybe you're right. And maybe we don't need to lose another one of Gaia's warriors to this, but it is still worth mentioning. If any percent was willing to sell out a cairn based on one other guru's words, who knows how easy it will be for him to do so again.
or how strong a manipulator his manipulator is, or how many others are involved in this.
It's possible.
I'm interested in solving the problem. I'm not interested in feeling good about myself. If I wanted to feel good about myself, I'd be out planting trees and monocultures. I wouldn't care about the results.
Then I look forward to seeing the result of your moot tonight.
You'll be there then.
No.
Your striding won't take you out that way.
What good will it be for me to be present?
A lot of people are looking for you.
Everyone hails you as the missing link between two cairns.
And that's not what the point of tonight's discussion is it?
Kind of is.
You could say it's part of a larger discussion, yeah. You could.
Do as you like. Should we pretend not to have ever met you and keep your secrets?
Your secrets.
All right then, keep your secrets.
It's no secret that I've met with you now. Why would I ever ask for you to lie on my behalf?
Seemed a mysterious type.
No. Private, yes. Mysterious, no.
Right, I'm gonna use Lou. Macros just gets up and heads off into the...
Don't use that one.
Look, she doesn't care.
Dante's gonna start eating some of the poutine on the table. We're just doing our best. You know that we're not part of either cairn, and that makes us a good, a good tool in order to make sure that they both stay safe. So, help us help you.
Peter has disappeared. Any percent is on trial. Ken potentially also a traitor. That leaves who? Apotheosis and To the Moon?
Yeah.
Is there even a downstream any longer?
As long as thinking engine exists, there is a downstream.
There's a very long pause. And her eyes just bore into you for a second. And I need you to roll your composure and your... Composure intimidation, please.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think he knows, but he's very much like, "Urgh."
At least, but yeah. Yarp.
2 successes.
She takes a breath. Sometimes it seems like you're the one who actually gives a shit about the cairn, as opposed to giving a shit about leadership or priorities. And yet it isn't even yours. You do not call it home. Are you actually one of Gaia's warriors?
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Because it seems that Gaia's warriors are usually more self-absorbed than this.
I'm plenty self-absorbed.
She laughs. It's genuine, and
Okay.
it actually has kind of a relaxing effect on her, and she lets the pigeon go.
Oh shit.
The pigeon books it, just like,
Oh fuck!
fuck
I'm never going
this.
back to this part of town again.
I'm out. Very well, if you ask me to go there, I will. But I can't guarantee that I'll speak.
I'll ask you to go then.
Then I won't be there.
Thank you. It's a place that faces the same direction I do, if that makes sense. That's why it feels like it may be my home one day.
We should all face in the same direction.
That I agree. It's just hard to... It's hard to get people to see the objective truth about which way is the right way to face.
Can you roll me a die of luck, Macros, please?
Ooh. That's a 10.
Okay.
What does it mean?
I will meet you there. But heed, I may not speak. That's my choice. We're all a little damaged, Dante.
That's true. People may ask you, but we'll understand. Whatever your choice. And Dante nods and then kind of looks down at the poutine and then just kind of reaches out to like pull it closer. She offered it, right? Like,
Yeah,
you know, be
she
like,
absolutely offered it.
he hasn't eaten since breakfast.
Your companions are strong. I'm glad that you're with them.
Me too.
They're a better family for you than downstream could have been until maybe now. And then she stands up. I'm going to be rude. And I'm going to leave.
Wouldn't be a warrior of Gaia.
Except this is the point where you come.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was gonna say it was the dive luck to see if there's toilet paper or not.
Yeah. So much. They just restocked. No.
Nice. Score and soap and the dryer works. What? I come back. I see that she's standing.
I will see you tonight.
See you tonight.
Troyan nods from a distance, but is either still on the phone or pretends to still be on the phone.
Nice. Oh man, I've done
Dusk drops off the porch on the opposite direction and starts heading down towards Concordia.
Yeah.
Loyola campus.
West. Just gonna stroll on across city. Island.
Kung Fu Fenris, is that because of the noises that it would make?
Oh no.
Yee.
Horrible. Just horrible.
She would have called apotheosis as well,
Okay.
but we can hand wave that if you want.
No?
Where's that TV?
Just making sure that everybody knows.
I see. And you want me there?
Yes, I think you should speak. You're the one most directly harmed by him.
We assume. Again, we don't know. who
We have
brought
his
me.
confession.
I see.
Just because he didn't hit you over the back of your head didn't mean he didn't stab you in the back.
About the logistics.
Then I'll be there.
Good. Do you feel safe getting there on your own?
Is anyone ever safe?
I'm not trying to be patronizing. It's just...
I can get there.
I'll see you later.
I just have to take the 211 for a really long time.
Yes. Just when you think it's your stop, you probably have another 45 minutes to go.
The express bus, which is the 420. No lies.
No lies. Just straight truth.
I thought that only started in NDG. Anyway.
Or is it the 411? I don't know.
Yeah, 411.
411, not the 420.
The 411.
420 goes NDG to... Yeah, the 411.
The
There we
411.
go. That's
Yeah.
much better.
Look, Captain
that
Sploody,
the
Montreal
Canadian-
traffic is the reason why you fucking come here and you know it. And what everybody doesn't. Shut up, you're not my dad.
Oh my god.
Hey,
my
people
God.
from the rest of the world, does 411 mean anything to you, or is that a Canadianism?
That's a great question.
The 411?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an American term.
Okay. Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay, cool,
Thank
cool.
you. I wasn't sure if that was
For the snark. Also stay for the snark.
Do you have anything else that you need to accomplish before the moot?
Nope. Just that Troyan goes back and goes, oh, she's finally gone, and
Eat some poutine as well.
Macros says basically the same thing.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
oh my
I'm like,
god.
I think she was nice, but yeah, no, I think we're
I didn't actually need the bathroom. Just so you know. I mean, not that you
standing
care,
in there. Oh, okay.
but
Blair Witching it, just standing in the corner.
Blair Witch.
I just needed to get away from her before I said something.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Agreed.
So,
What?
Nothing. She'll be there tonight.
good.
Great.
To be your job, so it's good that she's back to do it. I get that she's got another life, but these people seem to need her, and her sister wanted to see her, so
Let me guess, she makes no promises about her behavior.
where's our little Boy Scouts watchbook to stamp that we selected the quest for Apotheosis to find her sister?
I mean, I can probably make one if you want. Yeah! Hell yeah, let's gamify this shit. I'm kidding. These are real people we're talking about, okay? Although plus 100 XP, we found we found Dusk. It's good shit.
Apotheosis and To the Moon should be there tonight.
Great.
Awful lot of downstream people are gonna be there.
Speaking of which, who's going to be at downstream?
They're trying to work that out.
Cool.
Safety is a priority. Your safety is our top priority. Welcome to Air Canada.
I wonder if. Oh gosh, she's in a fugue state again.
Disappear. Oh right, sorry, I'm not allowed to laugh.
I wonder if Sky will bring anyone from Withered Storm.
It's a moot. I don't know. Assume people are welcome.
Oh, of course.
Just hashtag things.
Just move things. I think we're good to. Thoughts, feelings, guys. I think we're good to accelerate to the.
Yeah.
Poutine gets finished and we go.
Troyan will order a complete other meal now that Dusk is
Wow.
gone and like.
What a shit!
And wolf it down.
That's right.
I'll take it. Yes.
All right. Then it's close to midnight.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Angel Woods. Oh God, no! Fuck that music. It's not.
Someone's just strumming over a fire. A barrel fire.
Do a barrel fire.
I literally tried to go back, but on fire. I cannot do those things.
A moot always starts with those awkward moments of everyone reaching the same place. It's not as if the people who are participating in a moot manage to stay in their own little chambers in the green room before they head out on stage. You're just there. And this moot is taking place not in a place of power, not in a cairn, just close to nature, a place where you will not be disturbed. Hopefully. But in sitting amongst the trees in a small area, in a small sort of thicket, where a few hastily assembled circles of seats exist, there are more than a few guru who are showing up. From downstream, the following guru are present. Apotheosis, Chantal Lajoie to the Moon, who has brought Ken Gagnon drops the mic. He is still unconscious.
Just brushed over the shoulder.
I'm so
There you go.
excited.
It would appear that To the Moon has just continually thunked their elbow into his skull every once in a while.
I think we like To the Moon.
If
guys.
Troyan witnesses this, she takes a half second.
Guru are probably less susceptible to rain trauma.
Yeah, that regen though.
That means that of the residents of Downstream that you're aware of, and since Dusk is also present, the only one who isn't is Peter.
Right, because Dusk is
9 of 2.
technically downstream?
Dusk isn't technically anything.
Oh.
Dusk is just more associated with Downstream than the others because she's the only one who's gone back and forth between the two.
Gotcha.
But she kind of roams.
But Peter is a question mark.
Peter is not present.
Right.
Of the guru from Weathered Storm, Sky One Last Dash is present. Brandon Patel Under the Knife. Alice, Touch of Glass, is present, and she will be able to talk
Hey!
because it will be midnight.
Let's have to.
And Jennifer Slade. The Quiet Hand.
Sky brought all the scary ones.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, some of the scary ones.
All the kind ones have been left behind.
Sky, other than Sky.
Yep.
It's fucking hilarious.
All right.
What does Jennifer's coat look like?
Asking the hashtag real questions
It's
here.
the new what's their appearance. So.
Jennifer Slade's current coat is high-necked and buttoned diagonally across the chest and flows all the way down to her ankles.
I don't understand, but I love it.
We love.
A high neck?
I'm imagining gray as well, in a kind of gray color.
Oh, it's gray.
Nice.
The buttons look silver. They are probably not actually silver.
That
would be
what a
so-
power! What a power slate!
Secretly silver bullets.
You can just
That she's
That's
taken
actually
off her
so
enemies over the years.
badass.
And the toggles.
God, too many characters, too many NPCs for us to.
Too many NPCs? Okay, so there's only two people who show up. Apotheosis and any percent.
No, I'm just
That's all our
joshing. I'm just
tiny little brains can.
joshing.
However, there are two other Garu who you do not recognize. Do you want to describe yourselves?
Yes. There is a female who is quite tall, probably close to 6 feet, with long dark hair that is set into 2 braids down her back. She is wearing a lot of black leather. The scent that she carries with her is leather and gasoline and exhaust and forest. One of the pieces that she wears is a leather vest that on the back at the top reads Northern Guard, at the bottom reads St. Lawrence, and the patch in the middle is a worm, a 3-headed dragon with sword going through it. On her chest is a badge that reads Vice President. Below it is another patch that says Je vois tout.
Ooh.
Nice.
She sees all for those in the back.
Holy shit. Okay. Awesome.
And with her?
With her is a man, stands about 6'3", very large. Also dressed in dark leathers, sleeves rolled up, and on his arms, both arms covered in tattoos, rings on his fingers. He's got big, chunky kind of boots with buckles on them. Long, dirty blonde hair past his shoulders. Windblown. Looks hard traveled. If you get close enough, he smells of gasoline, exhaust, leather, and a hint of tobacco. And also a big bushy beard.
Everybody present gathers towards the center. There's very much a division between there's the people from the Cairn of the Weathered Storm who are in one cluster. There are the people who are from downstream, which I should point out includes does not include any percent. Any percent is still tied up in aircraft cable and is being held onto by Sky. But the downstream people are together. And then you have these two others who you do not recognize. And then there's the three of you.
It's really hard to resist. I think seeing the new arrivals without going over to them just yet, I feel like Dante has to lean over to his compatriots and be like, "Who brought the bikers?" You know.
Well, not on our usual territory. What, you think we're the only guru?
Well, who invited them?
Sorry, I did forget. Dusk is standing with the two who you don't recognize.
Oh.
Now that makes sense. All right. Yeah, I'm still asking the question though.
No. I mean, this guy called a moot here. Maybe these are people she knows.
Fair.
Hey, friends, can I borrow your woods for a moot? Like...
Well, I mean, no need to be rude, right? Let's go and see what the situation is. Peace and tension.
The bonfire at the center is not nearly as grand as one would expect in a moot that was taking place in a protected cairn, but there is a fire nonetheless. And while there are your standard logs and kindling that make up for it, each rock on the outside of the fire also is accompanied by a small bone leaning against it. I want all of you to roll me your perception. You don't have perception. That's not even a thing anymore. I want all of you to roll your wits insight, please. I'm also going to ask that all of you set your rages to 2.
Specialty motives, John, for insight?
Motives, no.
Something lost or overlooked.
In this case, no. But remind me again.
Yeah, you
Bone
did.
Gnar.
Yeah, you reminded me to remind you. Okay.
That's a good one.
What? Oh, I rolled too many rage dice. I will re-roll.
Yep.
I think it's worth re-rolling this. Re-rolling that dice.
And I hold that up.
5 successes.
Okay, I'll take the 3.
3 successes.
Literally 0 twice. It's just not happening for Dante today, whatever it is.
Dante, you might be focused on other things.
Sure. You know.
Like how cool
Like
Jennifer's
this
coat is.
How cool Carmen and Jonah are.
Yeah.
Not that we know their names.
No,
yet.
no.
Apotheosis looks almost uneasy that Dusk is actually here. As if she's worried that this is going to expose her.
Oh, okie
Well.
You also, Troyan, recognize that Sky is uneasy, but seems extremely relieved that the two strangers are here.
Ooh.
Macris.
Mm-hmm.
Any percent looks about as whipped as he was when you last left him. To the moon, looks like they're ready here. That they're easily the most prepared. And it is also worth noting that To the Moon also seems well rested. You also know that of the people who are present, the one who is the most amused by all this is Jennifer Slade. Dante.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Oh, okay.
You notice that souvlaki in your stomach is
Oh boy. Oh no.
settling in nicely.
Oh, good. Okay. Phew. I thought you were gonna go into.
Sky unwraps any percent and has him sit in a very specific spot in the circle around, apart from everyone else. Not too apart. There is also the distinct impression that there may be somebody who is not sitting at the moot, but who may be watching.
Ooh, there's like a feeling of being observed or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for that, I'm actually going to ask Macris to roll, because you are a Bodnar, and this is something that could be overlooked. This, however, is going to be a wits and survival roll.
There are a lot of dice there.
5 successes because of a critical. I didn't add my extra die because of.
Just roll the extra die. Just roll the extra die. It's okay.
6 successes.
Shit. All right. Well, you do know that Ghost of a Chance and Dew are taking an extreme outside perimeter and are essentially looking to not only protect from others to stumble upon the moot, but those who are at the moot who may be wishing that they could leave.
We don't have.
Theo is, to your knowledge, not present. But he wasn't invited.
Yeah, this woo shit.
Woo shit.
Woo shit.
Sky steps forward. We know why we're here. A pack has requested that we meet in order to decide the fate of one of Gaia's warriors. So I declare this moot begun. And she looks up into the sky to the moon hanging there and cries out to it, a howl that lasts long and loud. And one by one, everyone else present follows suit, including any percent, not including Ken. He is unconscious. The 3 of you?
Yeah.
Then your rage raises to 3. I am Sky One Last Dash. I am the one who called this moot, and therefore I am the master of the howl. I ask you, Dante, to step forward, greet the winds, and let us get this underway.
Dante moves forward, nods. I don't have the pleasure of knowing all of you yet, but my name is Dante. A glasswalker, a theurge, a warrior of Gaia from here on the island. He turns to face south. He raises his arms. He smiles a little bit. The south winds bring us heat, rage, and humanity. The southern swamp, the Deku, and the Distraught. We greet you. He moves to the other side of the fire, to the north, raises his arms as well. The Distraught! By stark contrast, the north winds. They chill our rage and they let us consider our actions. We greet you as well, north winds. Snowhead, the Gorons, Laval, Altambla. And he moves to the west. The western winds allow us to shift, to move, to change, to grow. And we listen to you so that we may be what we need to be. The Great Bay, the Zora, Beaconsfield. I guess we're in Beaconsfield.
Oh, you're just
past Beaconsfield? Shit, all right.
You're closer to Bay Durfay at this point.
Okay. There's that.
Hudson.
There's the Hudson. That's
further west, thank you.
Yeah.
Hudson and the rest of Canada beyond, we greet you. And then again towards the other side of the fire.
What? The east.
The east, exactly. And to the east, Ikana Canyon, the dead, the Basilica of Notre Dame, and the deathly silent townships beyond. Ooh. You bring with you, yeah, seriously. You bring to us mystery. You bring to us knowledge of what lies beyond. And we ask that you allow us to understand in our wisdom what you see fit. And he nods to the Cairn of the Weathered Storm cluster. He nods to the downstream cluster. He nods to his two packmates. And then to the other group of people, who I assume are like maybe not necessarily, but it feels like there's like a cardinal point thing happening here with these groups. Goose, the mother, we thank you. Thinking Engine, the future, we thank you. Fox, the one who watches, we thank you. And with that concluded, he goes back to his space. His space. The place where he occupies.
There's some nods from all sides. I'm going to ask you to roll your wisdom and your occult, please.
Okay. I really, really like the idea that they're like, how fucking dare you? The spirits come to attack him or whatever. 3 successes. Got it. I didn't roll my rage dice correctly. Sorry. I will re-roll the pool. Because we have 3 now, yeah?
Yep. You have 3 rage dice. And brutal echo.
It's so close, John. So close. 2 successes.
There's nods. The people surrounding all seem to appreciate that you've made a certain amount of... By the way, if I'm describing anything, I am not describing the 2 strangers. I should point out they can describe their own damn selves. But there are nods of appreciation. And there's even a small... from To the Moon, who then uses as an opportunity to...
Knock out again.
Yeah.
That's so great.
Drain drinks from her flask.
Bring that to him. Yeah, sure you can.
Do whatever I want.
You want to stop me,
When Dante begins to call to the winds, Carmen fully turns towards them and gives him her full attention for this portion. It becomes clear at that point when the bonfire light fully hits her face that she's missing one eye, covered by an eye patch, and her throat has been fully tattooed with scales.
I'm sure there's like a brief moment when Dante's performing his sort of like, not a rite per se, but like a greeting of the winds, that he catches sight of this and there's maybe a little like, huh? Yeah, a little like, oh, okay, all right.
Just as Sky reaches forward and plucks the largest bone from close to the bonfire, any percent speaks up. This isn't fair. How can I possibly be expected to have any sort of fair judgment from one of them? And he juts his chin towards Sky, and then the rest of the Cairn of the Weathered Storm.
I mean, other people were interested in killing you, so would you like a chance to speak or none?
Jennifer Slade lets out a single ha!
Nice.
Jonah does too.
Carmen's one eye looks at Macris.
Sky shakes her head. I will not be the truth catcher tonight. On the left, I call upon you. There has been many times that you have come to the aid of those here. I ask for it once again. Standing before you is the guru known as any %. Otherwise, Andrew Aston. His crimes, we will hear of them. Those who have dealt with him, they will speak as well. But we ask that you, Half Moon, decide ultimately how and what his fate shall be. Do you accept?
On the left, looks around at each of the gathered guru in the clearing, and then finally settles her eyes on Jonah.
Jonah stands very tall and looks her in her eye and nods slowly once.
She lifts her hands and pulls off her cut that puts her as a member of the Northern Guard Motorcycle Club and Sept, and hands it to her Sergeant of Arms, and then moves forward to settle onto a tree stump. And she lifts her hands again to untie the eye patch from over her eye. What's revealed is a milky white eye that almost seems to glow slightly. There are claw marks on her eyebrow and tattered eyelids that have been healed over, as if something or someone ripped the eye out. I am Carmen Colfax. I am on the left. I come from the Northern Guard with our Sergeant of Arms, Jonah Seeger. He is flag at the ready. We will join this moot. I will catch truth. And if anyone fucks with this place, flag at the ready will put you down.
Have you announced your tribes?
If it is of any concern, I bring with me the wisdom of Ghost Council. And she looks back at Jonah.
I am Shadow Lord Arun.
Jennifer crosses her arms. There's a very, very wide, gentle smirk.
I would love to see if that looks genuine or not.
Okay, go ahead.
With my insight.
Composure, insight.
This is interesting.
Any % points. And what of Ken? Drops the mic, can't even defend himself.
Drops to the ground, more like.
You want to say that a little?
I did, yes. I drops to the ground, more like.
Okay, but actually, so Macris
Just one-
leads in to her party, to her pack. But actually, is it too convenient that it's being kept silent?
Any % has a point.
Drops the mic isn't the one on trial today.
He's going to be accused of corroboration.
Jennifer turns and just fixes a glance at Macros for a second. Well, then tell that one to stop beating on him. Sky shakes her head and looks at on the left for cracking the bone. This is her show now.
Raise your hand if you're afraid of the truth.
Marcus crosses her.
Badass. Sorry. No hand raises here for sure.
To the Moon rolls their eyes right to the back of their skull, but then just lifts the scruff of Ken's shirt and just shoves forward, sending him sprawling towards the fire, and then leans back. He's all yours.
If this is a witness or somebody who will speak, they should see to him now. I have a limited amount of patience.
To the Moon shakes their head. Not much of a healer. I'm more of a doer.
Dante looks to his pack. Let's get him on his feet. I know.
Scowling and definitely growling under her breath, Troyan stalks forward and roughly pinches and kicks and pokes at his like pressure points.
Nice.
In an attempt to...
Wake him up, but not gently.
Okay.
I have medicine too.
Strength medicine.
So you don't just punch him directly in the throat.
No.
That's good.
No.
Punch him in the chakram.
Please roll a brutal outcome.
Oh my god.
I push him into the fire.
You're stuck right there.
Toss him into the fire!
Right.
One success.
That's enough. Groggily drops the mic, starts to roll his head. Alice takes a step forward and then glances at Jennifer, who just does this. And then Alice takes a step back, crossing her arms.
Still growling. Troyan stalks back to her pack.
Alice looks at Troyan and like there's this desperate need for her to say something, and even though today is a day she could, she does not. And Apotheosis sits back. I don't know where to start, other than to say that I look upon those who I once trusted and see only malice. I see darkness where once I saw light. How can we call ourselves warriors of Gaia if we cannot stand together, if we cannot march together? These two, they no longer qualify. And then that's when Alice looks up. And yet you can ignore us when it's convenient for you. You will not step in line with us when even one of the most sacred places on this island is being attacked. How are we to believe anything that you say?
Dante raises both of his hands. I'm not presiding over this moot, but I want to establish right now, I want On the Left to know, if she does not already, that there is animosity between these two sects, and that this is not the place to discuss it. This is not what our moot is about today. the fate of this one. Please, Alice.
Does anyone here have reason to believe that the root of this goes back 3 years? That the actions today come from that?
There's a lean forward from everyone else, as if there's a dare hanging in the air of, go ahead, say what you mean. And you can feel the rage crackling as the fire starts to raise higher and higher.
If no one suspects that it goes back that far, then shut the fuck up about it.
Sky looks to on the left. Who speaks first? The accused or the accuser?
I want to know what the septless know.
That's us.
And there's as one there this like direct confrontation of rage above this fire, then just all of it turns. And they look at the three of you.
So, the start of this would perhaps be that any percent here was tasked with finding information about an organization that is seeking to do harm to potentially Gaia itself, and then chose to act upon that information despite the fact that our pack was also tasked with acting upon it.
Pause.
Sorry?
Pause.
Okay.
Who here gave any percent that order?
Which order? Sorry, I this is me out of character. I lost track.
To investigate Clamata.
Okay. Apotheosis steps forward. I am Apotheosis, Glasswalker. Downstream is mine. To the moon just goes. And any percent was given this task by me.
Thank you for the clarification. You who spoke, Septless. What shall I call you?
Macros.
Macris.
Ragabash Bonar.
You were also given the same order. By who?
Weren't exactly given an order. We were following leads on the information. We were tracking down information about odd behavior outside of Weathered Storm, but also with the assistance of Downstream.
To your understanding, was Downstream aware prior to giving the order to any percent that you were working on it?
Yes, absolutely.
Apotheosis asked us for aid. Perhaps not an order. We are not members of that sept, after all.
So the moon crosses their arms, looks at Dante, and there's a very emphatic but single nod.
Motherfucker.
Before Macris continues, Apotheosis, to whom did you give the okay to search for this information first?
I asked for the information to be gathered by any percent so that it could be delivered to Dante, Macris, and Troyan.
Any percent? Were you aware that these three were also searching?
Yes, I was aware. But
We'll
it didn't
come back
matter
to
to
that.
me.
Sorry?
Say that again.
I was aware, but it didn't matter to me. Am I to trust three who've just recently decided to crawl out from underneath their mother's skirts?
What the fuck, dude?
Troyan maybe starts to get.
Whoa, okay, whoa. If you want to do the hold me back, we can do the hold me
Yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah.
That's fine. Dante's like, oh no, don't do it.
Well, Macros is just staring at him.
I was engaged in a mission to take out every single member of the board of directors, one by one, so that we, using our resources, could then make a play to gain control of Clemata's board of directors, learn directly what they were going to do, and then influence them from the inside. These three just wanted to take it slow.
I'm
Any
hearing... Yeah. Go ahead. On the line.
percent. Any percent. 1% or 100%. Any percent. That comes from something that has to do with completing something. Is that true?
Dusk shifts. I gave him the name. As I understand it, any percent is a form of playing games as quickly as possible.
Something can be done successfully at any percent. Young or old. New or experienced. This campfire, all voices will be heard. So scrub the idea that just because they're new means they have no value out of your head going forward.
And
I
kill the
recognize-
attitude.
Thank you, Joe.
So any percent goes from just trying to posture a little bit to then he looks at Flag at the Ready, and then looks back at Macros, who is that held till like deliberate?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Can you roll me your manipulation intimidation, please, Macros?
Yes. I should up this pool. I feel like I'm rolling it a lot.
Feeling like you're trying it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Fruitski!
Happy Moot Day, everyone.
Happy Murder Day, everyone. Sorry, no, not necessarily.
Yay!
Yay!
Any percent looks up. You can bring a Shadow Lord who needs a crotch rocket in order to feel good about himself. And you can have him threaten me. But I know that what I did was in service of Gaia. I know. And I will not be silent about it. You cannot prevent me from talking about exactly what was happening. And I don't care if you want me to get rid of my attitude. You would shut down a Ragabash so easily. Then clearly, you need more than your claws in order to maintain order in your little bicycle gang.
Troyan caps her flask and puts it away and just gets ready to
Goes
stand
for
up.
The popcorn, I guess.
No, no,
probably. Yeah. Okay.
Carmen sort of drums one hand on her knee, like she's contemplating whether or not it's worth it to hold Flag at the Ready back.
Yes, he's clearly breathing heavy leather is creaking.
Really got to work on your insults there, kiddo.
We can discuss the Northern Guard and your feelings about them any percent after this, if you're available. In the meantime, pipe down so that way you have an opportunity to speak your defense. I will not have my counsel interrupted again.
Any percent opens his mouth.
Oh.
Closes his mouth.
Okay.
Crosses his arms and sits.
Macris, continue.
In following up on this information, we headed to seek out potential information from the CEO of this organization, only to find her dead, and to find our friend Any Percent here returning to get help to clean up his mess. Rather than getting information, it seems his plan, as he now says, was to just kill everyone and expect, I don't know, the company not to suspect why suddenly all their people died. He just thought he could kill them all and walk in and take control or something.
He
I
took
don't
their
know.
tech, don't forget.
Oh yeah.
We still don't know where that ended up.
And also a bunch of downstream tech has mysteriously been finding its way into Climata. You know, couldn't possibly be because you're feeding them stuff. I don't know, but ultimately, he was told to go home. He didn't, or go to downstream. He didn't, all of this.
Don't know.
Like, why do we know he was bad and evil, guys? My brain is empty.
A couple of, I mean, that's as a quick sort of quick counsel.
There are a lot of moving parts.
Should I say would now be a good time for us to take a break?
Oh, yeah.
And the three of you can run away and discuss
Confer.
things quickly.
I'm like, come on, let other people talk. I'm not the talker.
I will take a brief recess.
Oh, roleplay.
All right, we're gonna take 5. If you are not subscribed to the channel, you're gonna see some ads. That's, trust us, it's not because we want to do it. It's otherwise people see ads when they tune in. But otherwise, hey, ask us questions. I'm gonna be sticking around right here.
I'm gonna step
Yeah,
out as well.
yeah.
Actually, let's
Do you
walk.
need anything from the outside world?
I'm okay. So there you go. They're gonna have a little. They're gonna figure their shit out alongside figuring their shit out, and
Yay!
then it's here. Oh, there are people who aren't subscribed. It happens. Sub-only chat is appreciated, but not a requirement here.
We do like it.
It feels weird that I have to subscribe to this channel, though. Because it's separate from my own.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, Ellie Spot. We tried to fix the avatars on the screen, and we're not sure why they haven't updated properly. That's technology that seems to be out of our control. We tried restarting a bunch of things, refreshing a bunch of things. I mean, just no clue.
I can, let me see real quick, just for the hexies of it. What would happen?
Because yeah, no, don't see how that's happening. I mean, Vancouver by Night, they are coming back in 2 or 3 minutes, so don't worry.
Oh yeah, we're just taking, oh yeah. Blue, if you change your just actual profile, not the server one, temporarily.
The whole thing?
Yeah. Just change your avatar, then that'll pop us up.
Avatar. How long was this guest appearance planned? Not very long ago.
48 hours?
I believe I reached out
If-
about 40 hours ago.
Yeah. Not nervous at all. not nervous at all.
We did it.
Look at these folks.
But it does help that, like, Splue and I have been salivating over the idea of playing biker werewolves for months now.
Oh.
Biker werewolves.
Coming to a
Classic.
conclusion on what we could do was pretty quick. It flowed.
Or does anybody remember biker mice from Mars? No? Nobody?
I only recall because of Mabim Bam and the Abnormals, Travis's special feature that he does about cartoon characters that are animals with abs.
What do we keep behind the curtain?
The rest of this. Oh yeah, I think so.
We're in a studio, I swear.
Oh, right. No, the home is where the studio is. You know.
I've never
Oh,
actually
that's
watched
bad.
Biker Mice from Mars. I wouldn't be able to tell you anything other than they were mice. They look like they're bikers and they're from Mars.
Oh. Damn. Oh.
Oh, was it called Moto Mice from Mars elsewhere? That makes sense.
Nice.
Here it was just biker mice. Is home where the studio is?
I feel quite at home in a studio usually. Yeah. Not like a visual art studio. I feel very much out of place there.
The curtain is a long needed addition to this because 80s wood paneling kind of mole and kind of mole. Studio sleepover when? There's like that happens on the regular.
It really does actually. Although I presume that the implication is like some sort of 48-hour, massive stream where we just like follow us around while we get our morning coffee or whatever. That'll be great.
A day in the life of.
A day in the life of. Exactly. Hell yeah. I don't think anyone would want to see some of our days, but if we were all together, I think it would be a really interesting day in the life.
A day in the life. I know from my own situation, I spent a lot of time in this room because this is technically it's my office, which a chunk of it has been devoted to making sure that this studio can be set up, but it is really handy that the studio can also be set up and torn down in quite rapid succession. It used to take us quite a while to get set up, and now it takes like legitimately, if we came into this room, we could be going from 0 to ready to stream in, I guess, about 5.
Yeah. I agree. I think, we've said this many times before on stream, but there's you can absolutely, if you've been with us since the beginning, since Exalt Witch Nexus, then you'll know this from having watched it in progress. But you can also go back and look at our previous streams on YouTube.
Yeah.
And you can see the progress that's been made, both technically and just where we've lived and how we look and that. You know what I mean? There's just an awful lot of hashtag history there.
Part of me is
Don't do it.
don't look back.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. We were different people then.
Yeah. Still.
Actually, just this morning, Blue and I watched one of the later episodes of Exalt Witch, just so he had an idea of what it kind of sounded like when somebody was guesting in. You guys, everybody was so baby.
We were
I was
so
about to ask,
way.
like, what were we doing on that episode?
I feel like
But
you might have still been wearing that purple shirt, though. Not to call you out for
No, that's
certain
legit.
favorites,
It's-
but I was like,
hilariously,
I
this is
thought-
actually a different purple shirt, but it's
a great
very
color.
much it's very on brand.
You got their icons working.
Ooh,
Well,
a
they got
fancy
their
shirt is
icons.
You guys
forever.
got your. Woo!
We ready?
Whoop, whoop. Oh,
Oh
yeah.
shit! Sure.
We back.
Any percent sits waiting to be addressed, but I think the line of questioning was still being directed at Macros.
Yeah, I'd like to rewind some of that word vomit of Kate / Macros being like, words. So we encountered him coming back to the scene of the crime, claiming that he had gotten into an altercation with someone, that he didn't know anything about what was going on, so on and so forth, except we found video evidence to the contrary. He was instructed to return to downstream. He didn't. He went off to continue cleaning house because, I don't know, it's oddly convenient to be killing off all the people that might know what you're up to, but maybe he's being honest. Maybe he truly just wants to kill all these bad people, which I can sympathize with. But then he also didn't go where he was told, and then also seemed to know something about a strike team moving in against someone who might possibly have connections to Guru, but pretended that he didn't. And then wrote us a beautiful confession where he blames Ken and says he was just following orders. A ragabash following orders.
Shit.
Would anyone like to read the confession? We have it right here.
Since you spoke up.
You hand over the confession.
Brian hands over the confession.
Any percent's rambling writings, his manifesto, gets passed along.
I can corroborate what Macros says. I spoke with Ken at Downstream that same night.
Pause. Give your words meaning.
Could I jump in just really quickly with a request to use the word hold instead of pause? Because it might be conflated with our pause card.
Oh, yes, I will do that.
Awesome, thank
Yeah, I
you.
kept being like,
Hold or something else, but yeah.
thank you.
Shut the fuck up.
I'll take that. I'll take zip it. All right.
Dante, who called the winds. Is there anything else you'd like to do to introduce yourself?
I am of the Glasswalker tribe. I am a Theurge. Some may call me Septless, but I have my pack. And that's his introduction. There's no more.
To the moon glances around, and there's a little bit of a hand wave.
We are gonna have it out later. Like, okay.
Revel time.
You were saying,
I was corroborating what Macros had spoke of. I saw Ken that same night. Ken told me of his plan, with any percent, to infiltrate this group, this Clamata, from the inside. And in doing so, he did several other things that I feel are perhaps not as pertinent. I'll name them. It has less to do with any percent and more to do with him. I just want to make that known. Drops the mic.
the why The why is often as important as the what, so this may be relevant.
Drops the mic. Told me that he had been interfering with the Cairn spirit of downstream. Thinking engine. He also told me that he and any percent planned to frame Apotheosis for some of their wrongdoings so that they could have access, take over, if you will, the cairn downstream. He believes it's a matter of vision, a matter of what best to do with the resources at their disposal. I don't argue that. I don't even argue that any percent may have had a good plan. I argue the need for secrecy, and I argue not trusting his fellow warriors of Gaia. And Dante nods to finish, to signal the end of his statement.
Apotheosis has started to shift back and forth in her seat. Remember that she's still injured.
Mhm.
She's still suffering from aggravated damage, so that there's only a certain amount that she's able, but she looks like a red film is passing in front of her eyes, but she's not getting up just yet.
Okay.
Jennifer Slade looks like
Brian.
she's having the time of her life.
Yes.
Troyan, if you have anything to add, name yourself and speak it.
My name is Troyan. I'm a Black Fury Arun. And I question his motives. He claims to be a warrior of Gaia, who plans to infiltrate an organization that is very much of the worm. Plans to get close and take them down from the inside. Now, we have seen in any percent's confession and in different accounts that he has lied multiple times up before this point. So how can we believe that that is actually what he plans to do? Or, sorry, what Ken's plan, using any percent as a pawn, was to do. How can we be sure that they're not lying again? How can we be sure that they will not be corrupted by the worm when they do this infiltration? And how can we be sure that they have not been corrupted already? They are both dangerous. One for his vision, and one because he is a pawn. I do not believe they can be allowed to continue with their plan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Weathered Storm. Can any among you speak to any of these activities?
Jennifer Slade
You
takes a step forward.
name yourself and speak.
I am the Quiet Hand, Shadow Lord, Arun. And I wish the chance to speak once we've dealt with filth on a matter that I think is very important and related to this. But it does not bear directly as to the guilt or innocence of either of these two. But before the bone is cracked, I want a chance to speak.
I will look to you then.
Sky
Anyone else?
Sky steps forward. One last dash. Macris brought me any percent. Not knowing where else to turn and needing a place to hold him, I agreed, even though he is not allowed past the bond and would not be welcome in the cairn under any circumstance. We held him. He gave his confession under no more coercion than the wit of a ragabash, the sneer of an Aroon, and the wisdom of a Theurge. He should be believed. I cannot tell you whether he should be punished or not. And she sits back down.
On the left, looks over the others to see if they're intending to speak.
Downstream or Weathered Storm?
Weathered Storm.
No one else in Weathered Storm seems eager to speak. Brandon Patel, however, is looking over at Apotheosis, and there's just this sheer hatred there beyond what other people are showing, but he isn't saying anything.
Two more things. Troy and Black Fury Rune.
Carmen's mouth twitches slightly.
So does Jonas.
They could have just issued a challenge for leadership, for control of downstream, so that's the first thing. While the underhanded dealings. And the second thing is this. If they had succeeded in this vision of Ken's, this idea of infiltrating, completely eliminating the board of Climata and taking it over, that would be 2 members of downstream, ostensibly the leader and his pet,
Macros cackles.
in control of an organization that has threatened Weathered Storm on at least one occasion. Just saying there should be some concern there, in my opinion.
Alice shakes her head. What good would a challenge do at a cairn where they've abandoned the litany?
I don't know.
Dante takes like a half step forward. I do not believe this is the time. The Quiet Hand has something to bring up that does not pertain to the matter at hand. Perhaps you do too. I do. But it's not coming up now.
Alice nods and falls quiet.
I feel like there's an apology in Dante's expression, but it's like marred a little bit by anger. You know what I mean? Like, it's not clear.
See, that's what you get when you grow a beard. Your apologies don't come out.
What does it mean? Oh boy.
Downstream. Apotheosis. Were you challenged for leadership?
Never. It's impossible
Were
to
you
challenge when
available?
you cannot even step up to do so.
Were you available to be challenged?
They know how to find me. They know how to contact me. My phone may be on vibrate. That doesn't mean I don't answer.
Carmen looks at to the moon. Do you agree with that?
They roll their eyes again. There hasn't been a formal leader of downstream. I have no idea why Apotheosis even claimed it. And yet at the same time, She was around. Any percent could have spoken to her at any point. Same with Ken.
Why have you not chosen a leader?
Do we need one?
Do you?
And there's like a couple of Weathered Storm people who are like, apparently.
Yeah, Macros is definitely like, no, you seem to have some.
The set's a mess.
Like, what? You were set on fire and attacked? Like, maybe?
Ken is struggling to regain consciousness, Gil, for what it's worth. He's been kept like this close to death for a day.
What's one more little push? What? Sorry. He's just rolled into the fire.
Do you need a leader?
Jennifer Slade just lets her eyes bear down on Apotheosis, and Apotheosis says, I claimed it. No one else spoke up here, at a moot, in front of a truth catcher. Thus I claim my right. I claim my cairn.
Flag at the ready.
He
Would you
looks-
mind? Would you mind putting him on his feet?
Jonah will walk over and sort of awkwardly lift him. Is he just dead weight at this point?
No, he's conscious, but he's making a show of being injured. You could pull him up onto his feet and he'd be able to stand. Probably not very well, but he could stand.
Would I notice that he's putting on being
If
injured?
you walk up to him and crouch down, you would be able to see it at that point, yes. You've
Okay.
seen this malingering
I'll
before.
crouch. And I'll crouch down and see that it might be not as bad as he's making it to be. And as I stand up, I'll just grab him by the back of his collar and just lift him up
Your
to stand.
paws off me. How dare you?
Stand up.
Who are you to even interfere with such a thing? Who asked you?
Does
She
it
did.
matter?
I'll say she did and point to.
He spits a tooth onto the ground. And your words mean nothing to me. Northern Guard.
Do you wish to speak for yourself?
I am Ken drops the mic. And I am here to tell you that downstream, it is not worth even staying open if we cannot understand and come together. Which is impossible with this. He just motions over to Apotheosis. Standing as a captain at the helm of a ship already sinking to the bottom. Thinking engine knows absolutely nothing. Every moment of his computational power just wasted. Not worth it. The cairn is in danger because of them. I'm here to save it. I'm here to make use of it.
Dante steps forward once again and fixes his eyes on Ken. You have a theurge? A member of your sept, Code 902? Would he agree that Thinking Engine is useless, knows nothing.
It is a pathetic Theurge who relies on another one in order to make his own point. Is that why you're here? Because he is not?
Some of us speak to spirits. Some of us want to gag them. That's actually a pretty brutal accusation.
He smiles.
Standing by it, but
No, he smiles, and then he grins, and then there's a laugh, like still with teeth missing in his smile. To the moon, I just wanted to keep hitting him. Any percent looks confused by Ken's attitude.
Sorry. So, you think that downstream is being mismanaged and thinking engine either isn't useful or isn't being put to good use? So instead of, doing the whole, hey, Apotheosis, I don't like you, get out, you just decide to put a virus into thinking engine and sneak around and stab backs and set fire to the place. Because you're a good guy.
I know where the world is heading.
You want to enlighten us with your vision?
I will say nothing else. And he tries to sit down, although if Flag at the Ready is still standing next to him, you can probably stop him from doing so.
Is this alarming anyone else? Or okay. Sorry, Flag at the Ready is doing something badass.
I'll just I will take the opportunity to stop him from standing or from sitting. To show some respect. If you have any left.
Any percent now looks like he's shitting his pants. Figuratively, not literally.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I'll let you know if it gets to
okay, cool.
Goal unlocked.
We'll add it to our quest log.
I'm not sure that you've ever actually caused an NPC to shit themselves.
No, but a
literally.
PC has shit themselves in the middle of an intersection.
That is true.
Last episode of Riverwild.
I'll put it.
Oh, yeah.
Put it in our quest log.
Whoops.
Drops the mic. Do you claim the glory of your actions and any percent's actions?
He says nothing. Any percent goes, what?
Drops the mic. Do you still hear the litany?
No answer. The Weathered Storm assembled are starting to lean forward again.
Do you still howl at the moon?
There's a grin answered. Again, toothless.
God, so creepy.
Is there some way, John, Dante is getting, the sense that, Ken's actions seem really off the deep end, especially compared to even just the last time we saw him. Is it possible that he's been, that he's under the effect of, a Bane spirit or something in this moment? It feels like it would be obvious to us, I suppose, if he was.
It would be probably pretty obvious to you at that moment.
Okay.
And then Ken turns and he looks at any percent. Don't blame your own feet when they dance the spiral. And any percent goes, I didn't. I never did. I never did. Tell them. Macris,
You followed orders. You didn't mean to. You somehow believed the shit that came out of that guy's mouth.
Ken starts to laugh. Any percent is now he lets his hands drop and he looks up at on the left. I never I would never.
She holds out a hand to silence him. And if you will allow it, John, I would like to enact the rite of Fangs of Judgment
Interesting.
on Joe.
What is that?
This must be an old school.
Flag at the ready.
Yeah, I don't believe that this is in 5th edition.
Oh, it is. Page 157.
Oh. But that's not where the other rights are.
Oh, it's a gift, not a right.
Or sorry, gift, sorry.
Gotcha.
Okay. That's what I get also for misspelling judgment.
Oh.
That
My
would
fault.
do it. The gifts user passes sentence on an enemy, declaring their life forfeit. You said that you were using this on Joe. Did you mean Ken?
For the members of the pack. So I'm empowering Joe with this gift.
Okay.
Flag at
But
the
he
ready.
has not previously caused harm to a member of your pack. So no, you may not use it.
Then
Sorry, because that would have
Without
been
it.
cool.
Yeah.
without it, he's fucked with my council. He is fucked with his sect. He is fucked with this land. He is not the focus of this moot. He does not receive judgment. Destroy him.
Troy's on her feet immediately.
Like bounce.
Yeah. There's an extra spring in her step.
Okay. Ken just keeps laughing.
Oh my god. She shifts to. She shifts to Krynos.
Oh damn.
Yeah. It's war form. It's kill people.
Jonah, I'm gonna I want to do like a half Nelson hold on Ken. Arms beneath his arms and then back on the back of his neck.
Just a
Hold
half
on.
Nelson, not a full.
Full Nelson. I don't know what a half Nelson, full Nelson wrestling move. You know
Full,
what I mean?
full Nelson is with both hands. Half Nelson is just one.
Ah. Good to know.
Okay. This is
Okay,
one
then
thing.
full.
All right, a full Nelson. Ken looks up and now.
She doesn't even dignify him with any of her words. She lunges at his throat, teeth bared.
Without a throat, it's impossible to make a sound when you laugh. But his chin still shakes. I will remind you that he cannot die without silver, fire, or obliteration.
She will nod to Flag at the Ready to help her yeet him into the fire.
Just like hold him down in the flame.
Yeah.
I'll look to on the left.
She gestures. Destruction was ordered.
Cast him into the fire.
Yes, thank you. That's what I was whispering.
Isildur!
Jonah will drag him over to the fire.
Trying helps.
Any percent
This massive monster.
looks like he's either about to collapse or flee. Anybody want to do something about that?
I mean, I'd move to intercept if he starts. Oh fuck, he's. I don't want to give him a chance to start to flee, so I'm gonna move. I'm gonna close the distance to him.
Okay.
I
Never.
Grab my hand around his right bicep,
Okay.
assuming that I saw him. Whatever arm seems to be his dominant arm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I never.
and that's why you're on trial.
And then the guru being held down, just after a few moments, the fire reaches up, closes around his body. He's gone. Well, not gone, dead.
Right.
I don't want to say like he's gone, like he's disappeared.
Pixie dust.
Yeah.
uh,
Dusted, yeah.
that is the first guru kill that you have successfully done. There's your achievement unlocked.
Thank you.
Troyan, however, it will cause you 1 aggravated damage from holding him into the fire.
Never was aggravated damage better spent, in my opinion.
However,
Is that the first time you
you
got
are going to
here?
drop in rage.
Okay.
So I will let you spend 1 superficial willpower to stay in Krynos just long enough to regenerate that before you drop.
Oh.
Because you will drop to 1 rage when you leave Krynos.
If I stay here forever, I just killed someone, so... Yeet!
Oh shit, you just killed someone. You don't have to spend the willpower.
The one time
I forgot.
he's dead.
So she's just gonna hang out, cross one little Krynos leg over the other, and
Little-
settle back on her.
I will say that I've been playing Werewolf for a long time, and I've never had just like a guru being held into a bonfire
It's
to
so-
kill him.
Fucking messed up. All right, great. So I am gonna try to regen.
But you gain a rage for getting egged, fired.
You're right. Okay.
And indeed, you get a chance to
Hooray.
roll a rage check. 2, I think, actually. No.
One rage check
one
to
rage
heal
check.
2 levels, which counts as 1
Which
rage.
is 1.
Right.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
Yeah.
But I...
On the left sort of gives a moment as any noise from drops the mic ceases. And there's just the sound of the fire consuming what it has been given.
Any percent
And-
is still pleading.
She looks at everybody assembled to make sure that they hear. Before her eyes finally settle on any percent, you are as guilty or as innocent as you are. And you know what that is. Do you dispute any of the actions that have been assigned to you tonight?
I never danced the spiral. I would never.
Any of the other actions?
I did them all.
Why?
Because I thought he was right.
Any percent? Answer me without fear.
Yeah, Gonna be a tough one, Coach.
Answer me as you would for anyone.
You're still holding it, right?
Yeah.
And I would like to use the gift of Gaius as I'm speaking these words to him.
Gaish.
Gaish.
Sorry, it's our favorite word.
Gaish.
Okay. You must issue your order vocally and in the presence of the subject.
Tell me if you would vote guilty, the person who followed the dancer's lead.
Yes. And it kills him to say it.
Ah.
God, this is amazing.
Will anyone speak in any percent's defense?
Dante looks at him and then to on the left. He didn't dance the spiral. I believe him. And that's all the defense he's gonna give.
He's an idiot, but he gathered information effectively. I think there would be a long path of redemption ahead of him. If one were feeling generous enough to grant that.
Troyan just points like, oh, I'm in Krynos, I can't. Sorry, man.
Do you just kind
I'm in Krynos! You can't just chill it, you know what?
Yeah.
Troyan,
She just shakes her head quietly.
you must spend superficial willpower to stay in Krynos at this time.
No, she's gonna shift back.
Do the gesture and then
She just goes like this and then shifts back.
I don't know, it'd be pretty badass if you stayed in Krynos for this. But
For the rebel, she's
But
just
that's-
drinking from her flask.
that's your choice. You can shift down, but it will bring you down to rage 1. And any percent,
Apotheosis. Okay.
sorry, any percent looks like he signed his own death warrant. Go ahead.
Apotheosis who has not been challenged. Can you speak defense?
I feel sick. To see someone follow another so blindly. And to listen to you mule simply because your mother's milk has gone sour in your mouth does nothing to shake my feeling that you must be destroyed. But my question to you, truth catcher, is whether idiocy is a crime.
If it is, would a sept leader who allowed a dancer to grow count as guilty?
Jennifer just wraps her arms like this about her chest and just stares intently. And Apotheosis looks back to the left. On the left, sorry. Fuck you. There's absolutely no way that one can be responsible for every moment of every guru's life in this sept. Somebody who would poison thinking engine against us, somebody who would steal our technology and who would sell us out to the worm, deserves to be destroyed, as we have seen. But if we are going to punish the community because one of us strayed, you'll have to eliminate us all.
I'll take your recommendation under advisement.
Dante looks a little nervous by the implication that on the left is okay destroying an entire community of people. Just, but he's not going to say anything.
Weathered storm. Can any of you speak a defense?
Jennifer steps forward. United, we condemn. Alice and Sky both glance at Slade and then back it to the left, or on the left, sorry, why do I keep saying two? And then do not say anything. You're welcome to roll insight on this if you want.
Yeah.
Please.
Thank you.
Read intentions.
Read intentions!
What
Again.
insight?
This is going to be it's pretty deep, kind of heightened motion. This is composure insight.
I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna? Okay. That's fair.
2 rage dice, I'm not sure.
4 successes.
4 successes? Their show of unity to them is more important than their voices to be heard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, down here. Up, down, left, right, BA.
Oh, is that going to be my D name or?
No, that's gonna be how you gain access to downstream.
Oh, downstream now.
Look, in some games, that'll give you 30 lives, and in other games, it kills you instantly.
I like those odds, John.
Try typing it into Google.
Brother, do you have an opinion? She looks at Flag at the ready.
Flag at the ready will walk back to her side and look back at the group. Where I come from, the litany is all we have. And that's why I'm so confused to see a sept turn their backs on the thing I hold true. There's been a lot of disrespect present here, but especially by that one. I don't point to any percent. You don't respect those of lower station. You don't submit to those of higher. Seems to me you didn't do a good job of protecting the veil. I don't know what the fuck was happening with your leadership, but it seems to me that you backed somebody that wanted to challenge the would-be. But above all else, the thing that we are always taught to do is to protect Karen. And you chose to destroy it. Whatever you've got coming in a big way, pal. It seems to me that you thought wrong in who you should have been following this whole time. And I'll just look back to on the left.
Okay. I'm going to interrupt for a second. Any percent is going to try to sucker punch Macros.
Nice.
Come at me, bro.
Oh my god, yes.
This is,
Please, God.
he's gonna try get a little fighting
If I
chance. here.
detect it, I would counter with trying to just slam them into the ground. So this is still a melee, like a brawl.
All right. What's your wits?
3.
So it's going to be wits brawl
Okay.
for you because this is.
So much rage.
I'll pull out a rage.
Oh, do I use Spirit of the Fray and attack everyone?
Can you imagine? You're gonna punch. You're gonna punch. Fuck you, Dante. Fuck you. Oh
We
my
recited
God.
the litany 25
Wow,
hours a
okay.
day without food.
Okay.
And we were lucky.
4.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Uh-oh.
I only rolled 3.
Uphill.
Macros just.
Oh. He just did a cool, like, hop.
Like, yeah, his fist comes up and then his head goes down into the ground.
Please.
Clonk.
You may proceed on the left.
I am considering my judgment. I'm gonna let this percolate. What other issues would like to be brought forward for this moot in the meantime?
Jennifer looks up.
Macros is just gonna push him to the ground and sit on his like shoulders to just keep him pinned down, face down to the ground. He can breathe.
May I suggest shift to Glabro?
Yeah, why not? I will roll that rage check. Okay. Do not lose rage. So yeah, bigger, stronger, and sit.
Would you
Before you
change your-
begin,
I did, but it didn't. Let me just double check that I'm actually connected. There we go.
There you go. Sorry, on the left.
any percent? Any more of that, and you will have chosen your own judgment.
He's not really moving at this point. He's still kind of messed up.
Quiet hand.
I want this moot to know who is still a member of the Sept of Downstream. By my reckoning, there are 2 here who can still lay claim to such a thing. Tell me, to the moon, how is it that you have arrived here? That there is no one left behind in Downstream at this time?
I don't like the sound of it.
You do realize that the alternative would be leaving the dancer unattended in a can.
It is my claim, Truthcatcher. The Sept of Downstream no longer have the strength needed to hold a cairn so important to warriors of Gaia, and that it should be surrendered. Apotheosis looks up, and there's once again that film of fury in front of her eyes.
Dante would step forward here and, acknowledge his presence on the left. How much strength does Downstream require?
Stay out of this, Septless.
You level that at me as if it were an insult.
Are you suggesting it be surrendered to you?
I think that's exactly what the Quiet Hand
Why
is
not to
suggesting.
those without a sept then?
You've uncovered enemies to Gaia here. Why not take your wisdom and then sit on it? Instead
No,
of interfering.
I will not let this this move go uncontested. If your move is to claim Downstream for yourself, I move to contest. Still
Apoth-
sitting on any person. In Labro.
Apotheosis rises to her feet, a little unsteady. You want to take Thinking Engine away from me and from the others. Then you're pathetic. You do not understand what it means to wield the strength of the stream itself. And we are not two. Because I think that there is at least one who would stand alongside me to make sure that this isn't taken by you. And she turns to on the left and flag at the ready and raises her arms out to the sides. As if that's enough. Jennifer just waits. Prove to me, Truthcatcher, that this cairn can be kept safe. Prove to me that Gaia's sacred locations can remain free of the worm's taint.
As we speak at this moot, downstream is safe. Northern Guard has sent enforcers to ensure it.
Ha! And so they need help. Simply to hold a cairn for one night.
I thought the reason you were angry at them in the first place is because they didn't help you.
Is it asking
Now you scorn at needing help.
weakness.
Okay, Macker, Troyan, and Dante.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know. Okay, so Troyan just said what she said.
Yeah.
Were you about to back her up?
Yeah.
Okay, were you about to back her up?
I would stand with my pack mate for sure.
All right, go ahead and make your statements, and then there's going to be a roll. But I want to hear what those statements are.
Is asking for help weakness.
Okay.
You said what you said. Yeah.
Yeah, you were angry at them in the first place because they didn't answer your cry for help. That's essentially what she said.
People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's a bit more intense, but
Well, if there's anybody who knows about living in glass houses, it'd be those who walk them.
wow.
Okay.
Or touch.
Who has manipulation, etiquette?
Ooh, 6.
I think it's gonna be.
Roll 8 dice, please.
I have no etiquette.
And Jennifer
Oh, no.
is going to have to roll composure
That's right. Never mind.
and etiquette.
Jesus Christ.
Do not forget your rage dice. Oh, you only have one. You were in Krinos. Look at that. Probably for
System
the best. System game.
Ah, she's from the UK.
Is that how that works?
Yes,
so.
you
You
raise
gave
your.
people
They're bored raising their pinkies when they drink tea.
I think
I will
so.
remind you that you can spend superficial.
I will, just to make this extra effective, hopefully. I don't know. Yoink. Go. It's 5 successes.
There's a slow nod. I withdraw. And sits down.
Any other matters?
Dante raises a hand.
Speak.
Hello. I would like to request that our pack be allowed to continue its mission, vendetta, investigation into this group, Clamata, and what they have planned. I can share everything we've learned so far with both the Cairn of the Weathered Storm and the Cairn of Downstream. But I ask here at this moot officially permission to continue this work, just so that we are all in it together. The leader of Downstream is here, and I'm sure someone can speak on behalf of Cleaves the Lie.
Interesting. That's me as the storyteller.
I don't think it's out of line to suggest that Cleaves the Lie is the
That's not out of line. That is the
correct.
truth.
Okay, great. Okay, good.
Straight
Yeah.
up.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, if he didn't show up, then
Yeah, someone's got to be able to.
Yeah.
Sky was here to run the moot.
Foo Fighters.
Oh shit! Who's bringing beer for the next moot? I mean, I know I am. God damn.
I'm gonna need a bigger flask.
On the left.
I believe that that is for the better interests of us all. Everyone here will aid them. Those who cannot be here will aid them if they ask for it.
You know what? No, Jennifer's been cowed. She will not say anything.
That should work.
Oh, yes. Alice steps forward.
Speak.
Truthcatcher, this moot was called in order to solve one problem, not this problem. And while your counsel is appreciated, you do not set the goals of these septs as they choose to fight the worm. That being said, at the moment, these three have chosen to walk a path that we can support, and they shall know this. Apotheosis stands up. See my brother as he speaks, and know that we will always stand by him in our fight against the worm. Wherever he chooses to go, whatever he chooses to do, and whomever he chooses to stand with. His pack has done nothing but serve Downstream. But more than that, they've done nothing but serve Gaia. I would hope that I could say the same about every single one here. And then she looks at the corpse. You have nothing to fear from us. And she sits back down.
I'm prepared to give judgment. She stands up from her stump and walks over to any percent and crouches down.
With Macros
And
still
she-
sitting on top of him.
Macros will move away, but probably still keep a foot to keep him down, unless indicated otherwise.
On his neck.
No, on like the between his shoulder blades.
Okay.
Was Dante going to say or do something?
No, just that he
He nods in thanks to both Apotheosis and Alice.
Any percent? You have done dishonorable, shallow, stupid things. And I cannot tell where you lie on your face, whether you wish to come back from that truly. So Montreal will find out. The Septless Pack, Cairn of the Weathered Storm, Cairn of Downstream. This is your quarry. If he can survive you until morning, then he chooses to live, and he chooses to change, and he chooses to do better.
Actress immediately pulls her foot off of him and takes a step away.
Any percent. Fucking bolts. He does
You
not
wait.
wait for another word from the truth catcher.
We will close this mute appropriately, and that will be his head start.
Sky.
Northern Guard
Go ahead.
will watch your cairns if needed, and then we will retreat.
Sky takes the bone that she's been holding this whole time and brings it down against a stone, and it splinters. And then she starts to pace around the circle, even behind those of downstream, what's left of them. She looks oddly at Dusk. Now that Dusk is standing there, still have not said a word. And then she starts. Her body shifts into that of a wolf. And as she steps around behind everyone, you can feel the lightest gnashes of teeth nipping at your backs, your calves, your heels, enough to provoke, enough to get people to stand up, to work people up into that moment of fury and rage. And then she lets loose one more howl, a challenging howl, a howl to anyone who might be running away. She resumes Hamid form as now at least the members of Weathered Storm have started to rhythmically beat their hands together. And she says, "For those who choose to hunt, fly." Who's going?
I would like to disappear from sight.
Just,
Okay.
oh
Go
shit.
down in rage.
What do you think, Macros?
Macros? Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
You're going?
Yeah.
Okay.
This would not violate our ban on to Fox.
Absolutely
Okay,
not.
good. I'm yeah. This is a hunt with a purpose.
This is a hunt with a
Okay.
purpose.
Good call, though.
It's just a
That's a
Good
look.
to double
it's just a
check.
question.
Look. Fox will remember this.
Oh.
Yeah, this isn't for recreation or bullying.
Yeah.
This is like with a very
I
specific.
think it might be for recreation for some.
Hello.
Remember that Fox does hunt himself.
Mhm.
He just doesn't appreciate it when those hunts have no purpose.
Yeah, Dante will also pursue.
Okay.
Before they can take off,
Mhm.
as Carmen straightens up and reties her eye patch over her one eye and retrieves her vest and shrugs into it, she wanders over to Troyan and Dante since Macris has slipped away.
Or
Should you ever come to...
Sorry, just one sec. Do you want to wait to disappear?
No, I'm okay with this.
Okay, great. Go ahead.
Should you ever come to South Shore, or New York for that matter, I think Norman would like to meet you. Montreal is hungry for wolves, but we're mighty.
New York.
Champagne, to be
Everywhere
specific.
between.
Sorry, repeat that, flag at the ready.
Champlain, to be specific.
And everywhere in between.
This is duly noted. Thank you. And thank you for your assistance tonight.
Very much. We owe the Northern Guard a debt for being here and for defending downstream and.
You owe us nothing. We were called, we came. We've done it before.
But since you've called it a debt, we'll remember.
Damn it.
No, it's fine, it's fine.
Who's going? Troyan's going?
Yeah.
Dante's going? Macris question mark?
At the moment, people could, if they wanted to figure out where I am, it's 2 + 1, so 3. Difficulty 3 to see where I'm at, if people care.
Is it a specific
It's specific.
pool? I might be curious to.
Roll 2 plus wit.
Are you attempting to discover where she is?
Yeah.
That's the real question here.
It feels like the pack is attempting to cover the most ground. So no, I'm gonna let the Bonar do the Bonar thing. Someone else may very well try to find out where she's gone. But no.
Then I think you successfully avoid other people's notice. 2 on the hunt. 1 maybe. Any percent's fate hangs in the balance. Northern Guard is here. They are watching. An apotheosis, once everyone has started out, unable to join in the hunt herself, stands, looks, and then takes one glance behind her at Dusk. And I think we'll end the session there.
Yes.
Clap, 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 clap.
Thank you, special guests.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious.
Wow, yes, huge thanks to the special guests. Oh my god.
That was fun.
Agreed. Yeah, there was
He called it a bicycle club. We want to kill him, actually.
Yay!
I think you guys are allowed
I
to
was
go in.
DMing the whole time. I was like, let Jonah go. Just let Jonah go.
I guess I would just say, hopefully, for any percent's sake, if he really wants to survive this, he just doesn't cross Jonah's path.
Or anyone from the Northern Guard.
Yeah, exactly.
That was such a weak insult. I don't know. It was like,
I think going to a motorcycle club and calling them a bicycle gang.
just so
And calling our Harleys crotch rockets.
Yes.
That's the other one I was wondering.
Yeah, there was a lot of very personal things for people that have been in or that are in a motorcycle club.
A good insult is the one that hits home, you know?
I guess so.
I
Feels
hear
so
you though.
obvious.
Incredible.
Oh, look at this ragabash over here going for the not obvious jokes. It's working. It's working.
Fenris, you're next.
Oh shit! Oh
All
shit,
right.
Fenris, look out!
I'm gonna get the thud.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Kate.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Come
Yeah, I think mine's here.
Perf.
Oversized prostate vibrate. What?
Fenris is also trying to fight
The
guard.
motorcycle.
Oh yes.
God, fight.
Woo.
Not.
Thanks
not-
for letting us come and play.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see if you come to New York or just South Shore.
Ah.
I fought
discovered
bikers
that
before.
there's a. I've discovered that there's a gas station in South Shore called Wolf Co. So
Oh my god.
I feel like it's meant to be.
I mean, that does sound like it's meant to be. I haven't been there specifically, but the South Shore is it's a big place.
I gotta say, Champlain, the Champlain, Lake Champlain,
Mhm.
the home of the lamest cryptozoological phenomenon, Champ.
Champ!
What do you mean? Good old champ up there.
Good old
Real.
Champ.
That's literally someone being like, well, I don't know, the Loch Ness monster exists. We should have something
Why
too.
couldn't he? Yeah.
Champ. Like,
I'm gonna look that up later. Sorry. I'm gonna...
especially because Lake Champlain
Mhm.
is named after Samuel de Champlain,
Right.
who founded.
Quebec City, probably before Montreal. Did you not? Oh man, I'd have to check.
Oh, Scott.
My Quebec history is lacking.
Oh,
I
Scott.
don't know, but I think because Montreal was a churchy place before it became a trading post.
It is Quebec City. I'm just.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I'm just fucking.
Whoa.
Although, let's be absolutely fair, the territories were occupied.
Oh
before
my
they
god.
showed
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah. Very, very.
But like Lake Champlain, named after a French settler,
Mhm.
essentially,
Yeah.
who didn't even he was Quebec, and Lake Champlain is
So is
the United
Champ
States.
is Champ like a plesiosaurus, or is Champ like the ghost of Samuel de Champlain? Because that would be badass. Or it's like the Flying Dutchman.
both?
Oh my god, both.
Probably
He's-
both, yeah.
Okay, he's taking
controls
over the body.
it, yeah.
of
It's a
plesiosaur.
plesiosaur with his head and wig, probably.
And wig.
Yeah, the
probably,
old
I was
wig.
gonna say. Incredible.
So,
That's what I want to see.
in American folklore, Champ or Champy
Champy.
Champy, yep.
is the name of a lake monster said to live in Lake Champlain, a 125-mile-long body of fresh water shared by New York and Vermont, with a portion extending into Quebec. The legend of the monster is considered a draw for tourism in the Burlington, Vermont, and Plattsburgh, New York areas.
Hey, Wiki says hello. Hello. Little Champy, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Woo.
Thank you, Kate.
Thank you.
Just for the record, Champy isn't our Sep's patron.
Sure it is.
Okay.
The Champ legend has become a revenue-generating attraction. For example, the village of Port Henry, New York, has erected a giant model of Champ and holds Champ Day on the first Saturday of every August.
Yeah, our glasswalkers are a part of that.
No diggity. Yeah.
All right,
Take
folks.
advantage of the tourists.
Elizabeth, what'd you learn today?
I learned that Ken is a black spiral dancer. Was.
Oh,
Past tense.
Interesting.
past tense.
All right, Scott?
I learned that Dante is very happy to not be an official member of Downstream at this moment. Does not feel like a good place to call home right now.
Interesting.
Right now.
That's two interestings. Bring it home, Kate.
I learned that at least one member of Weathered Storm wants to make a play for Downstream.
Ah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There it is. That's all three. I'm going to ask Gwen to call out a player moment.
Ooh.
Player moment.
You're also welcome to call out Sploo.
One thing that stood out to me that isn't a player moment, I just want to call it out. Apotheosis called Dante brother.
Yeah.
Which means a lot to this NPC. I think the player moment that stood out to me is when on the left asked Flag at the Ready to destroy Ken, and Troyan was like, "No, me first." And it was cool, and I liked it.
Thank you.
Elizabeth?
I think that on the left's running of that moot was incredible. I just want to call that out. Like, I realize that's kind of like calling out the person who called me out, so maybe I shouldn't do
Yeah,
that.
that's okay. I'm just gonna jump in with mine then.
Yeah, do it.
I want to call out Flag at the Ready. You may not have had many opportunities to speak or to act, but every single action and word was so well timed and placed and effective. Like, 2 thumbs up.
Thank you.
Then that means it's your turn to call out either Kate or Scott.
Oh man, because like Liz took mine because I was gonna say about Gwen. I think I would like to call out Kate. I mean, this is kind of an over the campaign call out even. Macris is such a... You play Macris so deliberately that I completely understand her, and then you do something even a little bit more different, and it makes it like, oh, okay, now hold on, and there may be more to it. And so I find that very interesting, and I'm super psyched to see where this is going, even as you like grow into the character.
Thank you.
I also, sorry, I need to call out Dante for like helping to kick off this whole thing in the coolest way possible with the winds calling and all of the customizations that were added into it. Because we had notes. I was not expecting everything that got thrown in there. That was so cool.
And also just to like call Scott out on that, like he was writing it about 5 minutes before we came in here to go live, because we had a conversation about like what a moot entails as a group, but like that was before we started streaming, and then like Scott got told that he might have this piece of responsibility, and he was just like, then I'm gonna 110% it because I'm Scott, and like he didn't say that, but he acted
nice.
like that.
I was almost
was
like
awesome.
calling myself out for that, so thanks everybody.
Oh, we have to make sure to say something really filthy because 1869 is on its way up.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
I don't know. There was anyway. I will continue the Love Fest and call out our ST John tonight for ratcheting up the tension to a really high degree. I feel like we had an absolutely massive bombshell drop today with the revelation of someone dancing the black spiral, and that still wasn't the most intense thing that happened. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was, the tension was just ratcheted up so high at this moot. I felt like it was really incredible.
Yeah, shout out for playing 11 NPCs.
Holy crap.
East.
Well, some of them didn't have much to say, but that's okay.
I'll had something to say when it mattered.
I am not somebody who normally spends a whole lot of time using AI. However, I did ask ChatGPT, write me a rap as delivered by a Werewolf the Apocalypse character named Macris, a Ragabash Bone Gnar. She should be dissing a Glasswalker named Any%. Now, Macris, do you want to read this out?
But I was reading one myself,
Oh, okay.
Oh, shit!
but I didn't finish it.
Well, we can hear it next time.
No, you can read yours.
I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's 4 stanzas long.
That's a lot. That's a
So
good
long.
rap.
You sit in your glass tower sipping fine wine while I'm out in the streets howling at the moon divine. You think you're the top dog with your corporate schemes, but in the Umbra, I'm the one living my wildest dreams.
Nice.
I mean,
Dang.
Which,
I mean,
you know.
Damn
Chat
AI.
GPT, yeah, they did it.
you did the
Ugh,
thing.
gross me
wildest
out.
dreams.
Drop. Wait.
Yeah, was there a moot point? Did I miss a moot point?
Oh, no, I completely forgot about the moot
That's
point.
okay.
Oh, I'm
because I
sorry.
was
Were you
you
busy
doing
this
something
time?
else?
Oh yeah, did you
Point.
something to do, or are you just?
There is not, because there was an actual moot. You can't have a
There you
moot
go.
point.
There you go, done.
Is that the
Yep.
rule now?
I give 10 out of
Great,
10.
I'm
100%.
gonna finish it then. You did the research, thought you had the edge, but your rush job actions have driven a wedge between your idea of and what is actually right. Killing rich assholes isn't bringing the fight, it's just slaking your thirst and patting your back. You better start praying this moot cuts you some slack.
Oh!
God fucking damn.
I mean,
Yeah,
goddamn.
yeah.
I'd be dropping the beats. I think
Yay!
you're the person.
AI won't replace
Yeah,
us.
humans
Makes us
1,
better.
robots 0.
You suck. ChatGPT.
That's incredible.
Ooh.
Woo.
Woo.
I don't know why I decided it was like a really quiet. And I think all the O's imply otherwise.
Mm-hmm. That's good though. Wow. I mean, hot damn.
Well, I am going to take this opportunity to just say special thanks. I know everyone else did, but I gave them very little time to prepare between the moment where I was like, "There's a moot, wonder," and then the moot occurred, and I think it was pretty cool. So
Hell
thank
yeah.
you.
Hell yeah.
But I didn't get a
That's
chance
fun.
to say what's a Muda with you. But you know,
But you've said it now.
Yes.
The
Oh,
night
I
is
said it
still
now.
young. We are potentially not done with Northern Guard, but while we anticipate a hunt coming up, there may be some things happening this week.
That's right. We got streams in the community throughout the week. You can join me Tuesday at 1800, probably. Obviously, check the Discord for updates on those times. It's time to try something new. I've heard good things about a game called Chance of Sonar, and I am going to stream it. The question is, which character will step into this
Has to be a new
world?
character.
It has to be a new
It
character.
really
But I
does.
just made a new character.
I mean,
I'll make
maybe.
another one.
I mean, Stryker would be hysterically.
No,
out
but
of
I think
place.
It could be Striker. It's not, if it has to be an existing character, my vote is Tornado Macaw.
Extreme language interpretation.
Are you playing it, John?
I know of it. I haven't played it yet.
I tried,
But-
but I started playing it this weekend.
This is why I'm excited.
I'm excited to play it at some point, but my next game I think I'm gonna play as Jusant.
Ooh, very nice, very nice, very
Anyway,
nice.
that's me, 1800 on Tuesday. I stream in character on my own channel, but of course join the Discord for all things related to that. Otherwise, Wednesday, Thursday, thoughts, feelings?
You know, things might have calmed down enough that I'm going to be able to pull off a stream on Wednesday or Thursday. I have to decide, am I going to play a game that is in the zeitgeist? Am I going to play something that hasn't existed in a very long time and I'm just playing something, like a retro game or the like? I think I might try to get a poll up tomorrow to figure out what game I should play. But there is that. Clinic hours is a question mark at this point. I'm going to throw this out there to the community then. If you can come up with interesting enough topics of conversation, enough that then there will be a point to running clinic hours, I'll do it. So you just have to make sure that it's enough. So, because honestly, clinic hours kind of works when there's a lot of people who show up for it. What else?
Friday?
Friday, we are continuing
Yeah.
Punch Club 2 at 1800 on my channel. And then we have on Saturday, Drew Crew.
Yeah, there's probably going to be a continuation of Doom. That's the Arkham Horror LCG with special guest The Crosshair. Maybe at a different time, though. As always, check the Discord for those deets.
Next Sunday, we will be back here with another episode of RPG Clinic's Werewolf Montreal by Moonlight. Will we hunt? Will we find our prey? We'll go have
Ethan
drinks
hunt?
back at the bar. Maybe both.
To our friends in the UK, we really hope that you're enjoying your fireworks tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Hey!
Uh,
Man.
but that is going to be a thing that I imagine a bunch of you will do. For us, we're going to go. Thanks again.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody! So cute. Too much.